Will LEGO ever produce battle packs for Lord of the Rings? It seems unlikely, but we can hope, and one of the ways we petition LEGO to bring us such sets is by making prototypes, so here we are. Welcome in, and today I want to show you my design for a Gondor Battle Pack. We've got the standard 4 figs plus a small build, so let's dive right in. Firstly, I've gone back to the standard $20 battle pack design. This was largely based off community feedback, so thank you for those who helped in that. The 4 minifigs I designed for this build are pretty simple and admittedly somewhat boring looking, but there's a couple modern techniques that I think can really make them shine. To begin with the dual molded arms and legs. Gondor's knights wear black under their plate armor, so showing a bit of black poking through is amazing in my opinion. I would really love to see these produced in pearl gray. The other feature is the new shoulder armor fitting over the breastplate. Admittedly, this looks a bit better in LEGO Studio than it would in real life, but I think it's a valuable addition nonetheless. LEGO should either redesign the breastplate piece to fit the shoulders better, or combine them into one mold. Either option would enable much nicer figs. For helmets, LEGO's part inventory is again a bit lacking. These traditional Knights helmets are the only ones that both come to a point and have the proper shaping around the minifig's face. And while I think they look okay, they need to stay a bit closer to the minifig's head and not flare out quite so much in order to match what we see in the movie. That would once again require a new mold, something LEGO desperately needs to do for Gondor anyways, so why not for a battle pack? When it comes to weapons, the spear is actually the most frequent weapon we see Gondor soldiers with, so the pack comes with 2 of them. The spear is particularly long to capture that look we see here, and it's clearly not designed for throwing or anything, such as shorter spears are. The captain of this squad has a sword and a cape to differentiate himself, though I'd much rather have used the great sword with curved crossguard. It simply wasn't available in LEGO Studio. The shields were probably the biggest challenge. In the movies, they're this weird rounded rectangle shape that has no great equivalent in LEGO. Furthermore, the white tree insignia on the black field is unique and not something LEGO has ever made. What I settled on was this old shield shape from the Knights Kingdom set line with a black plate on the front. If LEGO were to make this set a reality though, I'd hope they'd make a completely new piece and print for it. And lastly, we had to include an archer. We see the Soldiers of Gondor employing ranged weapons quite a lot in the Battle of Minas Tirith, so I've given this soldier a bow and a quiver. I also used this now retired breastplate piece that only covers the minifigure's front, so that he could still wear the quiver. I really think LEGO needs to bring this back, or some equivalent. It's so versatile. Now onto the build. It's a fairly simple crumbling wall that the minifigures can stand on or behind. The white with grey detailing means that this would fit well as a part of Minas Tirith, but when I was making it, I imagined it as the broken down wall of the Pelennor, called the Ramas Ekor. The Ramas Ekor is never shown in the Peter Jackson movies, but is seen in the books when Gandalf rides to Gondor. The Ramas Ekor has fallen into disrepair and the soldiers are rebuilding it. Gandalf advises them to spend their efforts elsewhere, saying, quote, "Courage will now be your best defense against the storm that is at hand." The wall also features Technic pinholes so that you could combine several such battle packs. We've come to an end, but before you go, I must thank you for the massive support this channel has received in the last 2 weeks. We're growing at a rate that I never thought possible, and I'm getting really excited about what's to come. If you thought this prototype is cool and want to see more stuff like it, please consider subscribing. I hope to do some mock builds here soon, maybe some LEGO tabletop games, and definitely more analysis of different LEGO designs. Thank you all, and have a great day.